has a screw-like shape. Farfalle, ZT, Rotini. Will you pass the pasta test? Making me hungry. This pasta goes great with wine, but these corkscrews can't help you open the bottle. It's Rotini. 226,000 of you are rotating to the next round. The word Rotini comes from a 17th century Italian word meaning small wheels. In the US, we have a way more refined name for it. Scroodle noodles. That's right. Q6. What author once wrote the line, "Elementary, my dear Watson"? Mark Twain, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, P.G. Wodehouse. Is this an elementary question, though, my dear players? Sherlock Holmes is famous for saying this line. Funny thing is, he never actually said it, not in the books at least. It's P.G. Wodehouse. Oh my goodness, oh my gosh. I have never seen anything like this before. 250,000 players gone just like that. 10,000 players remaining in the game. That was a harsh one. Wow. The renowned phrase was originally used in Smith Journalist by P.G. Wodehouse. You see, but you do not observe. That is a real Sherlock Holmes phrase. Q7, that was crazy. What US state has a seal that depicts the shape of the state itself in its design? Alabama, Texas, Colorado. Ooh, that's got me sweating. If you thought it was the Lone Star State, you were not alone, but you were wrong there. Bringing down the yellow hammer is Alabama. Oh my goodness, this is another savage. Utterly savage. Almost 200,000 gone. 39,000 of you made it through. This is a crazy game tonight. Now, the Great Seal of Alabama not only shows its own state, but shows love to Florida, Mississippi, and Georgia too, as you saw right there. Wow. Q8. The Lone Ranger's horse is named for an element with what chemical symbol? HG, CU, AG. Can't take all this savagery. Where's Tonto when you need him? The Lone Ranger's horse wasn't named Mercury, so that's HG out of the picture. Hi-ho, Silver is AG. You're galloping on, heading towards that goal. 70,000 of you still in the game. The Lone Ranger rescued Silver from a very angry buffalo. Silver was so grateful he gave up his life in the wild to be ridden by the Ranger forevermore. Q9. One of the only unhyphenated common English words with 3 consecutive double letters means what? Accountant, horseshoer, medical specialist. Oh, this one's pretty tough too, isn't it? If you work for horseshoer, better luck next time. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Accountants know that. 25,000 of you got that right. There was a brutal one right there. The only uninterrupted triple-double in the English language is bookkeeper. The word bookkeeper, right? 2 O's, 2 K's, and 2 E's. Too easy, right? So here's a harder one. Q10. Which of these is not a chapter in the Lord of the Rings books? The House of Harfang, Three's Company, Flotsam, and Jetsam. None of them sound like they belong, really, do they? The movies are each 3 hours long, so you can only imagine how many chapters there are in the books. But this ain't one. It's the House of Harfang. You are sinking your teeth into that one. There was another brutal one. 9,051 of you made it through. House of Harfang refers to the castle of the gentle giants of the far north of Narnia. That is, completely different series of books. Q11, the world's second most populated island, is part of what country? Japan, United Kingdom, Indonesia. A lot of people on this island. Part of what country, though? The world's most populated island, Java, is for Indonesian coffee fiends. The second biggest, Honshu, is part of Japan. Did you land on Japan? 4,027 of you did. Over 104 million people live in Honshu, and that figure represents more than 80% of the entire population of Japan. It's a lot of people. Q12. What classic rock song has Weird Al Yankovic recorded in its entirety, but as a polka? Satisfaction, Hey Jude, Bohemian Rhapsody. You a fan of Weird Al? Three legendary songs, but which classic did Weird Al do a complete cover of? Is this the real life? Or is this just fantasy? It's Bohemian Rhapsody.
I'm feeling the silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, will you do the fandango?
What were those giant eyeballs about, though? Bohemian Rhapsody is what we were looking for. 2,852 of you nailed it. No matter how much you love Weird Al and his weird songs, I'm sure we can all agree Queen's version is way better. Q13, is this going to be your lucky number? One can walk from Cameroon to Libya, only passing through what other country? Sudan, Central African Republic, or Chad? Put on your walking boots for this one. It's going to be a long one. If you went for Sudan, you kind of suck at geography. The whitest African nation ever is Chad. What's up, Chad? 2,214 of you power walking on. Now, if you want to walk from Cameroon to Libya, Chad is your guy. I wouldn't recommend it, though, unless you have months to kill. And bionic legs would probably help as well. The penultimate round players is Q14. Which of these Roy Lichtenstein paintings is not based on a comic book panel masterpiece? Woman with flowered hat, sleeping girl. He's a master of this piece. Lichtenstein was a leader of the pop art movement, putting his own spin on works by comic artists. He did the same with Picasso, baby. His woman with flowered hats is what we were looking for. That was a tough one. 999 of you. Hats off to you. You get a feather in your cap for getting that right. But can you do it one more time for a big win tonight? Let's hope so, because we're heading straight into the final round with 999 players left in the game. Another 300 or so using extra lives to get back in. $5,000 in the bag tonight. I'm still sweating from those savages. Here we go with Q15. Ding dong is the name of a prominent academic theory regarding what? Parenting, language origin, nuclear physics. Ding dong. Who's there? It's the right answer, hopefully. If someone calls you a ding dong, it is not a compliment. They're calling you an idiot. The ding-dong theory, however, is pretty smart. When you contrast sounds that objects make with sounds that humans make, you get an academic theory about language origin for the win. We've got 790 winners. You smashed it! Congratulations to our 790 winners tonight. You should be feeling uber proud of yourselves right now. That was a tough game, and you are taking home $6.33, and it is well deserved. Yes, we've got fried I don't know what that is. It doesn't sound very tasty, but if you enjoy, go ahead. We've got B-Lands, who landed on all the right answers, or had an extra life in there. We've got Stabby Arts, we've got Bokar, Tishy Fishy. Well done to all of you. Yeah, that was a truly tremendous game. You smarty pants, you came, you played, you totally slayed. I'm Sharon Carpenter. Here's where to find me on the socials. Stop by, say hi, don't be shy, and let me know how you did tonight. Did you get ravaged by the savage? Now you know the fun doesn't end yet. We've got more Smarterday fun coming your way. Words is up next at 9:30 p.m. Just a few minutes away. It's bye from me for now. Have an awesome rest of your night. I will see you soon. Bye.